And once we've got that separation, I want to connect into qualities within his spirit. So there's an aspect of his spirit that has extreme willpower. I just invite that part of his spirit to strengthen in his daily life. And there's a part of his air element which is a spiritual genius that sees causation. And I invite that up to the surface so he can experience that in his daily life. And there's a part of him which contains compassion, understands universal love. I invite that up to the surface. Good. And there's a part of him that has a deep equanimity and connection to nature. And I invite that up to the surface. Okay. And then I bring the three bodies back together again. And then open your eyes. Okay, so you can, through softening the fluid on the mental matrix, you can get access to the spirit, and then you can put commands within the spirit to function in a certain way. And so the spirit can come into the person's astral personality and express itself. And normally the ego doesn't let you do that. But when you're in this state where the mental matrix is demagnetized, you're able to do that. You're able to get your spirit to become a more powerful part of your physical experience. Where normally our physical experience is regulated by the emotional patterns of our astral body. And that decides how we think, how we feel, how we act. Where when you're in a sleep state, your mental body is out and you're processing all your astral unconscious information, that's when the spirit can reinforce. Now, we get this naturally through meditation. If you're doing a lot of meditation work where you're expanding your mental space and you're occupying 10, 20, 30 meters around you, that spirit will naturally start to do what we just did there, where we just brought the spirit to the fore and went, no, my spirit is a dominant part of my experience rather than my astral ego. And that'll happen naturally through meditation. But it'll only happen when we occupy a larger, expanded mental space when we're in meditation. We need that space to be big in order for the mental matrix to demagnetize and the mental body to dominate. As long as the mental body is inside the space of the nervous system and the astral body, the astral physical consciousnesses will dominate. So we need to occupy a bigger space. When you're doing this type of work where you demagnetize the mental matrix and you invite the spirit to the surface, you can naturally speed up that process. So now what's going to start happening in Felix's life, his spirit is going to be more determined to follow his spiritual goals. You have more insight into how it works, and you have more compassion towards his environment because that larger mental space will make him feel more, and you'll have more equanimity and connectivity to it. So it'll just be a natural extension of what happens when you do a lot of meditation, but you can do this for your training partner, or if you're running a hypnosis clinic or something like that, you can bring the spirit to the fore and anchor it in the person's physical experience. So it'll depend on what the person's goals are. Obviously Felix is here to develop himself spiritually, so that's my obligation to do that for him. Where if a person comes into a hypnotherapy clinic and they want to quit smoking, well, that's exactly what you give them. You help them quit smoking, whatever that thing is. So this type of work, it blends across a lot of different fields because you're moving through all the layers of the body consciousness, layers of the astral subconscious personality, and layers of the spirit, superconscious personality. When you get these all to synchronize with a solitary idea, that the mind is thinking about the same thing, the feeling is on the same thing, and the body action is on the same thing, that synchronicity produces success. And really, for the most part, that's the biggest difference between a successful and unsuccessful person. Unsuccessful person is doing this, feeling like that, and thinking about a different thing. A successful person is thinking, feeling, and acting all on the same frequency to generate their success. And you'll notice, if you know very successful people, their three dantians are synchronized. How they think, how they feel, and how they act are on the same frequency. If you look at people who are messed up, you can see they're thinking one thing, feeling a different thing, and doing a third thing. You know, they're doing a job they don't like while they're thinking about their next holiday. So that's not going to lead to success. So the synchronicity of the three dantians to go on to the same objective requires the spirit to go, this is good for my next incarnation. For the astral ego to go, I like this is making me feel good. And for the physical body to go, yep, this is going to give me my security, my good social networks, it's going to give me money, it's going to give me control, it's going to give me more understanding. It likes all that stuff. So all these layers of consciousness are in agreement. And it's not difficult to get them to agree. You just look at what are the universal qualities, what are the astral qualities, and what are the physical qualities, and ensure they're synchronized. Okay, so we're going to go outside and start doing these mechanical exercises on touching the center of balance and how to pull the center of balance away from the astral body, away from the mass, and become sensitive to the mental matrix. Then we're going to learn how to neutralize the mental matrix to put people into trance. And we'll look at several different methods on how to do that. Okay, we'll have a couple-minute break and let you finish making your coffee, and then we'll head outside and we'll do those exercises.